My fellow YouTubians, I greet you this Saturday with a very nice game against the one and only God himself, Magnitude, who, if you don't know him, then you better go sub him right now, otherwise you're committing a sin against nature. But, seeing as it is Saturday, I have a double header for you, which is nice. Of course, double headers are always nice. So we've got 2 games against Steve. First one, not great. I'll lead off with a Scarf Charizard, and see, the problem is that he has a Scarf that guy, so Scarf that guy is better than Scarf Charizard, therefore he wins. See what I did there? He wins? Okay. So he's going to switch out to his Chandelure as I go to my goat. I set up the Swords Dance, which is kind of naive of me, in a sense, and then I go for the Stone Edge, which I was pretty sure he wasn't going to carry Scarf Chandera. He was going to carry like Sub or something, because, Steve doesn't want to carry 2 random Scarfers, surely. So, that was my gut feeling, went for the Swords Dance and got a Stone Edge off, and he goes into Hydreigon. I'm thinking, come on, he can't be Scarfed, surely, but he is Scarfed, of course. Steve is running Scarf Hydreigon and Scarf Landros, because, he's Steve. And unfortunately, he's going to throw a Fire Blast in my way, and he's going to take me down, so Goat Middle's going to go down after getting a Swords Dance and looking like he was going to sweep. Unfortunately, not going to happen, because I'm going to go out to my Bouffalant, which is the most random, stupid, craziest Bouffalant set you will ever lay eyes upon. I go for the Amnesia. That is correct. I have an Amnesia Bouffalant. This is a stupid set. I don't even know how it came into the world. I feel terrible. I actually have feelings of just regret for bringing this monster into the world. I throw a Toxic at him, right? So I have Amnesia and Toxic. You don't even want to know what the rest of my set is, because it will just make you cry tears of sadness. I Rock Climb, and it does nothing, because the thing that I can't say the name of gets a Wish Up. Isn't good, obviously, because that thing has like 17,000 HP, and if it passes a wish off to something, then it gets half of 17,000, which I believe is a number called 8,500, if my maths is correct. But he does go out into NBZ, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get fucked up here. So I'm gonna go to my Executor. My Executor has Trick Room, and it's gonna be awesome, so I go for the Trick Room, but NBZ has Torn! What? Really? Okay, so he has Torn on his NBZ, and I was like, dude, not even funny, because I'm gonna have to switch out. I have 3, my 1 attacking move is Solar Beam on that Executor, so I go out to my terrible Glaceon, which is Specs, and it does well if it's faster than things, but of course Cobalion is base 108 and outspeeds pretty much a lot of stuff. So the close combat's going to happen, and that's not going to be happy for me, and my only choice here is to go into my Sock and hopefully throw it in the laundry, and that's generally what happens, but he's going to Iron Head me, and I live with the Sturdy, of course. Please don't flinch, and I don't actually live with the Sturdy, I live with 7 HP, which is interesting. I could take a +2 Iron Head, even without the Sturdy, which is strange. I must have some kind of random natural bulk, but there we go. I'm going to be able to finish him off with a Reversal, Choice Banded Reversal, as many of you have seen me use Choice Banded Reversal, but you haven't, because the match in which I use Choice Banded Reversal hasn't gone up yet, so anyway, that'll happen at some point. But he goes to Alamaloma thinking he can take a Choice Banded Reversal. He is wrong, however, but of course he still has this thing which is Scarfed, and he's going to U-turn and take me out regardless, because that's what it does. It's Scarfed, and it outspeeds stuff, and it kills things which are broken, like my thing which is broken, which is good for him, of course. And I should never say that stupid fucking phrase, it's good for him. No, shut the fuck, you're an idiot, Zed. So here I go into Executor, and I'm like, dude, this thing cannot touch me. Then I remember he's Bug, and I'm 4 times weak, and I facepalm so hard that a little bit of my head falls off. Just a little bit. But, I might auction that off at some point if anyone would be available. So I'm going to go into my Bouffalant. He's going to Bug Buzz me, and I do have a bit of bulk, and I'm going to live it, but, the Rock Climb isn't going to kill him, and at this point, my terrible Bouffalant set of just, it's like what happened when Frankenstein created Frankenstein's monster. It's like my afro was transferred to his afro, and it created the perfect storm, which was actually an imperfect storm. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna word it. That's the perfect wording in my opinion. But we have a rematch with some slightly more decent teams. He's got a Thunderous and a Haxorus, which are pretty ballin', and I'm bringing some dudes who are actually pretty decent. So this is a much better game. The first one I got train wrecked by him, but this is a much closer one and more interesting, and is the first time I will be showing you my Aggron set, which I adore this set. I came up with it while I was half asleep in the middle of the night, and it's very nice. But unfortunately, it's not going to do what I want it to do today, because I thought that he was going to set up Stealth Rock of his own, so I thought I'd set up Stealth Rock first. Not the best idea, because I carry Metal Burst on this guy, so I have Metal Burst with Sturdy, meaning that if I get hit by any move, whatever move it is, it'll take me down to my Sturdy, I'll get hit by the Metal Burst, and then afterwards I have a Kustat Berry, so I'll go first, and I can Endeavor. Just see how awesome that is. That, like, takes out two guys from the off, almost guaranteed, unless they have a ghost. And then I've got, Stealth Rock and Head Smash just as backup. But with Metal Burst and Endeavor, it's just like a perfect storm of awesomeness. This time it is a perfect storm, and this is like one of my favourite sets I've created. It's really, really nice. Definitely been working so well for me. So I'm actually going to go for the Head Smash, hoping to finish off the Gigalith as he switches out to Chandera, and it misses. I missed the Head Smash. I was so that was just well, the thing was I was having this match like a couple of nights ago, and I was streaming it, but I was only streaming it to to Nick and Sheikah, because Nick and Sheikah wanted to see me use this team against Steve, and I was just streaming it to them, but some random people showed up as well, because apparently when you're on Justin TV, random people show up if they're subscribed to your following thing. So we had some people there, like Platinba, I'm going to give Platinba a shout out because he's Platinba, and some other people, and we go for the Head Smash. Basically what Steve's trying to do here is he's basically like, hey, I didn't, Head Smash missed there, so he's going to try and substitute and hope that I miss Head Smash again as many times as is possible. But unfortunately, I'm going to take myself down to recoil after like 2 or 3 Head Smashes, and he's going to be left at under half, which ain't a great situation, and I know he's a substitute set, so I know he isn't Scarfed, of course, so I can bring in my Scarf Landros safely. I'd probably be able to outspeed a Scarf Chandera anyway because of base speeds and whatnot. But I am going to be able to threaten him out and go for the Stone Edge and hopefully just get rid of him. And he's going to go to Gigalith, which is just his death fodder, I guess. Hoping to see what I get locked into. I'm assuming he knows I'm Scarfed. But apparently I go for the Earthquake. Stone Edge, Earthquake, it's a toss-up, whatever you want. And he's actually going to take advantage of this now, go to his Thunderous, which is obviously going to dodge my Earthquake. And he makes a very gorgeous play here as I go to my my Mantike. And he's going to Thunderbolt me, which it was kind of obvious that I would switch because I was locked into Earthquake, but he did make the excellent play nonetheless, go for the Thunderbolt, and unfortunately Eviolite Mantike's going to go down. In very short future I'll be showing you a game in which Eviolite Mantike destroyed Ferrothorn, as some people have heard already, but that'll come around when it comes around. So I'm going to go back to my Landros knowing that I'm Scarfed, and hopefully he isn't. I'm thinking he's Life Orbed. I think he did get Life Orb recoil there, so I'm just going to go for the safe Stone Edge, and hopefully it's going to get rid of him. He's going to go out to Chandera. It doesn't really matter because Stone Edge misses, but because I am Scarfed, I'm going to be able to go for the Stone Edge again, hit him, and get rid of his Chandera. But at that point, I'm thinking his Haxorus is going to come in, and if his Haxorus comes in and tries to set up a Dragon Dance on me, that's not going to be good. So my plan of action is to stay in and Stone Edge his Haxorus, and granted, if he goes for a Dragon Dance, I'll still outspeed him, and even if I do outspeed him, that's going to be good, because it means I can two-shot him with Stone Edge, hopefully, and I'll outspeed him after one Dragon Dance because I'm Scarfed. So that was the reasoning behind my madness here, and go for the Stone Edge. Haxorus obviously is going to take that, not too well, but not amazingly, whatever. But he is going to go for the Dragon Claw. I thought he'd dance, but he didn't want to dance, he just wanted to claw, and unfortunately my second Stone Edge is going to miss, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm getting a little bit hacks here, a little bit of misplays on my part at some point. Nick. Yeah, I'm going to go into Fizz Goat because it's the Fizzy Goat. And I think it was Nick at this point who told me to substitute or not. He told me to fucking do an idiot move. He told me to go for the Sacred Sword. And Sacred Sword is going to do pretty much nothing. Well, it's not going to do nothing. It's going to do a nice amount to the Thunderous, but of course he's going to resist it. So that's not good for me at all. Sacred Sword was probably terrible. So I'm like, well, he's probably going to focus blast me. So I'm going to stay in and hope for the miss. And Nick was like, stay in and predict the miss and sub. And then I'm like, okay, I'll stay in, predict the miss and sub. But he just goes for the Thunderbolt with the Life Orb, and I live on 63 and can't make a sub. So at that point, I'm shouting at Nick's face because he's ruining my life and ensuring that I lose this battle. But thankfully for me here, Steve is going to over-predict. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, thinking I want to save my goat, because most of the time I want to save my goat. It's a goat, you know, I want to save it. And he's actually, he's going to kill himself from Life Orb, but he's going to leave me alive with 13 HP, which is very nice, of course. Although it probably means that I'm not going to do anything more in the match, at least it allows me to get switch advantage when he takes me out with Haxorus, and I know that he can't set up a Dragon Dance for free, which is great, because if he does try and attempt that, I can just take him out with the Sacred Sword, or just para-hax him and then take him out to get the most leftovers recovery I can. You know, that's generally a good idea. But he is going to go for the safe play, take me out with the Dragon Claw, and that is unfortunate because the goat is going to die. But in comes McBoss. Now McBoss here is going to go for the Intimidate, obviously. Now I get his attack lowered, and I'm thinking I can live a hit, and I can go for the Extreme Speed and hopefully take him out. At this point he only has this left, and he has one more dude, I believe. I can't remember what it is, but it seems to be a Chinchino. So I'm going to go for the E-Speed, and Chinchino, I know that after 2 Extreme Speed with a max attack, Adamant, Life Orb, Arcanine, it's going to die. Hopefully it will, of course. And seeing how much it does a crap ton in the first hit, so the second one's easily going to take him out, and I am going to get rid of this Chinchino, as much as I hate to do it, because I love this poke. It's such an awesome thing, and it goes down, unfortunately. But as you can see, he still has a Haxorus left, which is going to go down to an Extreme Speed, and I think he has a Simipour. Now this was kind of a difficult situation for me. He could either go for the Surf, take me out, I go to Salamence, and then hopefully take him out, but I know I need the Extreme Speed to take out Haxorus, and I'm thinking his Haxorus is Scarf, and I'm pretty sure it is a Scarf Haxorus at this point. So I'm going to go to Salamence for the Intimidate, hopefully take the Water attack, and I know that I'm not going to outspeed, granted that he is has a higher base speed than me, and if he is running a max speed Nature, then he will outspeed me. But thankfully for me, he is not running max speed Nature. He is a modest spec Simipour, and as you can see by how much the Sclad, as you can see by how much Sclad did, it would have actually 2-hit KO'd me. If he'd been timid, I'm not sure if the added power would have helped or not, but you know, whatever. But he's going to go to Haxorus, he's going to show me here that he is Scarfed, and the Outrage is going to take me out. But thankfully, the one turn that I did not listen to Nick, I decided to save Arcanine. I knew I needed Arcanine to take out the Scarf Haxorus, and thank God, McBoss is going to come in, finish off the job, and he's going to E-Speed that Haxorus, take Life Orb Recoil, and I'm going to, Intimidate of course is going to help, but it's going to be useless because E-Speed's going to take him out anyway, and I'm going to live with however much in the red, I believe, after the Life Orb damage is going to take me down. And a much closer game at a 1-0. So a hell of a fight there, 66 HP to take the win. Great game, Steves. Great games, Steve, should I say, not mix my plurals. And I believe that's going to be it for Saturday's upload. Tomorrow I'll have a game against Sire Sandstorm, the Sheikah, and you should enjoy that as it goes up. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Go check out the Faki book page, the Twitter, and go subscribe to Steve, because if you are not, then you simply do not belong in this world, is all I'm going to say. So once again, I enjoy every single comment, feedback you leave me, so be sure to insult me and not insult me in the comments if you feel free, and tell Nick that he's an idiot for making me make stupid plays. Okay, that's going to be it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.